Hi there, my name is Sherry Rothwell, and I help women let go of the weight without dieting. So, in today's video, I just wanted to talk about a topic that people kind of buy into that is stopping you from actually getting results. And that is that you need to lose weight to get healthy. And that is simply not true. You could be very skinny and be healthy. You could be very overweight and be healthy. You could be very thin and be very sick. And you could also be very thin or very overweight and be generally healthy, right? Um, the reason I make that distinction is because to some degree, if you're overweight, there's something either wrong about your lifestyle and diet, or there's something, a health imbalance that is causing you to be overweight, right? So you can't really be overweight. Maybe overweight to some degree. I would say you can still be pretty healthy, but I wouldn't consider obesity healthy. I would consider obesity. And most people are not really that clear on what obese is and are surprised when they realize that they are obese. I know I was really shocked when I, became obese. And I've talked to other people who actually don't think they're obese, and they are. Obviously, that's not something you say to somebody, but obviously, as well, being in this business for a long time, I can tell by looking at somebody whether or not they're obese by how they, not only just their size, but how they're holding that weight. Some other things affect, obviously, your BMI, like how much muscle mass and things that you have. So it's never to say that there is one, exact number or range of numbers that applies to all people. But of course, we have to start somewhere, right? So there is a way of calculating whether you're just overweight, obese, or morbidly obese. So I was actually obese in my mid 30s and figured out how to let go of that weight without dieting by addressing a health concern. So the thing to think about is, if you are eating a diet that is unhealthy and a lifestyle that is unhealthy, then if you can force body fat off through calorie restriction and excessive exercise, well, not only is that going to be a temporary result that you're going to get, but also that's not going to make you any healthier, right? Like, to some degree, it just being lighter, takes the pressure off your organs. So in that way, you could say it makes you slightly healthier. But it's not doing anything to increase your health. And over time, it's going to lead to rebound weight gain, because nobody can starve themselves and excessively exercise for a long time, right? And we're not looking for results that are temporary. We're looking for permanent results. So most people don't realize that when you do that to yourself, all that pushing, shoving your body around, basically abusing it by starving it and forcing it to exercise in ways that are excessive and not healthy and stimulate excessive cortisol, is pretty much abuse of the self. And that does not lead to health, but it actually leads to a slower metabolism, a less healthy body. And then when you go back to eating your old ways, you can tolerate all that diet and lifestyle even less. And then you end up back to your old weight, and usually heavier than you started. On the other hand, if you recognize that you don't have a healthy diet and you don't have a healthy lifestyle, then actually what you need to do is get healthy to lose the weight. And then also, on the other hand, if you already eat healthy, and have a healthy lifestyle, and this is people have different ideas of what this is. And sometimes we think we're doing all the right things and we're actually not. So just putting that out there, consider that you might be wrong. I had to consider that I was wrong, because despite thinking, I was a holistic nutritionist, and I've been in the natural health field for since my early 20s, and I'm 48 right now. And I thought I was doing everything right. I had also been to 2 holistic nutrition schools and worked in health food stores for many years. So I was exposed to health all the time, and did what I thought was absolutely correct. And I had to ask myself, well, if I'm not getting the results, then I must be doing something wrong. And it was only when I was willing to consider that I could be wrong that I found what was wrong, so that I could just maintain, well, lose weight without dieting and then maintain that weight without having to focus on my weight. So basically, what I had to do was figure out what underlying imbalances that I had in my body or nutrient deficiencies, despite being a health nut. There's a lot of factors that go into, it's not just what you eat, it's what you absorb, what you digest, how your hormones are balanced. That's impacted not just by your food, but by the chronic stress in your life, etc. I had to really look at that. And I discovered that I had some nutrient deficiencies and body system imbalances that, despite eating the same diet as I ate in my early 20s, that had me actually release body fat without dieting, that same diet made me obese in my mid 30s. So I encourage you to consider that instead of losing weight to get healthy, that you might need to get healthy to let go of the weight.